everyone, it's Miranda. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking about periods again. So about a year ago, almost exactly, I made a video that I didn't think would ever become my most watched video, but it did, and that was my menstrual cup experience and my review of the Lily Cup in particular. Since it's been a year, I wanted to do an update video since I am still using the Lily Cup, and I'm still getting so many questions on that video, including what the difference between the Lily Cup and the Lily Cup Compact is. So I finally ended up trying the Lily Cup Compact so that I can do a comparison in this video for you. So in case you didn't watch my original video about what menstrual cups are and my full review of the Lily Cup, I strongly encourage you to watch that before finishing this video. I will leave that in the corner and in the description. But in case you just don't feel like it, a quick rundown is a menstrual cup takes the place of tampons, you put it inside of you, it catches the blood, and you only have to empty it out every 12 hours, so you can really forget that you're on your period. In my original video, I said that it had changed my life, and I had only been using it for about 3 months, I think, at that point. 1 year later, I hands down still agree that this little cup changed my life. I feel every woman needs to know about, if not try at least. So this is the Lily Cup, and I'll go over it really quickly in case you did miss that first video. It's my go-to cup for several reasons, and the one that I recommend to everybody, whether you've tried menstrual cups or you're a beginner, because it's just super user-friendly, I guess. One being the shape. This sloped shape definitely contours the body a lot more naturally, in my opinion, than the ones that just have the cone shape that's all level. Also, it has a little spill guard, so this edge comes in instead of just ending, so when you're taking it out you have less of a chance of getting blood on yourself because you do have that I guess border. Also, the Lily Cup is one of the most flexible and soft cups on the market, and I believe it's still the only one that you can actually roll up to the size of a tampon if that's the way you want to insert it. So it's been a year and I haven't bought one box of tampons, so I'm already saving over $120 a year. This cost me about $40 or a little bit under because they were having a sale, so already it's paid for itself. Now here is the Lily Cup Compact. So the main difference just off the bat is its size. So you can see it's almost like a third smaller. So while the original Lily Cup can go for about 12 hours before having to be emptied, the Lily Cup Compact can only go for up to 10. And even at 10 I get a little wary, so I'm usually emptying it out after like 8 or 9. Besides the size, obviously the biggest difference is the compactness or the portability. The original Lily Cup doesn't like fold away to store. It only comes in this shape, and it'll bend like when you're putting it inside of you, but it's always gonna pop back out to this shape. And it only comes with this pocket pouch. So in essence, you could take it with you like in your purse or something, but it is going to take up a little bit more room. It's going to be a little bit more intrusive. The biggest draw with the Lily Cup Compact is that it is collapsible, so you can go ahead and fold it up like so. And then it comes with this little carrying case that's super slim, and you can fit it into the smallest of purses or pockets. So this is a really, really great solution for those of you who've asked me, like, what happens when you get your period, you know, when you're out and about and you don't have your cup with you? This is definitely a great solution for that, because you can always just slip it in your purse when you're not on your period, and then you're always ready to go. So you're probably thinking, that sounds great, why wouldn't I just buy this one? I can use it all the time, and I'm always going to be ready for my period by slipping it in my purse. Well, there are some pros and cons to the Lily Cup Compact that make me still like the original better, so I wanted to kind of tell you what I've learned over the past 3 months of using the compact one so you can make a more informed decision. First of all, the amount of blood that it can hold definitely is a factor when choosing a menstrual cup. So the Lily Cup original can go up to 12, this can go up to 10. Like I said, usually I'm not comfortable leaving it in for 10 because it's small and I have a heavier flow on like the first couple days, so I get a little bit paranoid. So if you really, really want a set it and forget it cup, I would go for the original. I feel a lot more secure in the original than I do with this one. Now the Lily Cup Compact is a little bit more flexible than the original Lily Cup, obviously because it needs to like collapse and fold into itself, and that can be good and bad. It can be good because it could be easier for you to insert because there's less of a cup you're trying to insert, it bends a little bit more, but on the other hand, my personal experience with this is that it doesn't pop out into its shape as easily once it's inside than the Lily Cup original. For me, after about about 10 months of using the Lily Cup Original, this actually took a lot of getting used to. The Original feels a little bit thicker and has a little more structure to it. So for me personally, like when I'm folding it and I insert it, it pops out a lot easier. Since the Lily Cup Compact is a bit thinner, a little more flexible, when I fold this and put it inside of me, for me, I just feel like it has a little bit harder of a time to get to be expanded and sealed. Another thing is that I found the Original to be easier to insert because it is a little bit more sturdy. I can pretty much push up on the stem to insert it into place and it's fine, it'll just slide in. If you push up on the stem on the Compact, it starts to actually collapse. So you can't rely on the stem to actually put this inside. You have to be grabbing it from a little bit higher to insert it. And for me, that's hard because I have a higher cervix. So I actually have to like nudge it a little higher into place. So this was more difficult for me because I had to really have 2 fingers and put it in as opposed to just kind of going boop. This is still very comfortable to wear, especially because it is on the smaller side. You really cannot feel it when it's inside. If you're really nervous about going with the Original Lily Cup because of the size and you're just starting out, this could be a good alternative for you because it is smaller, so it's going to be less intrusive when you're starting out. But for me personally as a beginner, I am glad that I learned to insert with the Lily Cup Original. I felt like it was easier to get the hang of. With this one, even after using the Original for 9 months, I ended up getting leaks for a few days because it was just such a different experience. With the Lily Cup Compact, I feel like you have to be a little bit more comfortable with getting your fingers in there with the cup to put it into place and make sure it's sealed, whereas with the Lily Cup Original, you can really nudge it by the stem once you've got the top in and it'll slide into place. So that's really just a preference thing. Because I know my cervix is high, getting my fingers in there too can be a little bit of a pain, so using the Lily Cup Original is a little easier for me just to do it faster. But I cannot argue the convenience of having this in my purse at all times. I keep this folded up in a small purse in a shoulder bag, and I know that I'm always covered. I don't have to buy like backup tampons, and I always know that I'll have at least something to get me until I'm at home and I can switch into my Original. So which one would I suggest when it all comes down to it? Honestly, I'm glad that I have both. So if you can afford it, or maybe you start out with one and then eventually get the other, I think that there's room for both in my menstrual care routine. It really depends on your lifestyle. If you go to school or you're constantly at work or just out, the Compact is definitely going to soothe those anxieties about getting your period while you're on the go, just because this is not as convenient to carry around. However, I thought it was a little bit more easier to learn how to use a menstrual cup as a beginner using the Original Lily Cup, just because of the shape and sturdiness and the fact that it's a little bit more standard. Now I wanted to clear up a couple questions that I was getting repeatedly in the last video. One, a lot of people ask, can you pee with the cup still inside of you, or do you have to take it out every time you go to the bathroom? The cup is only going inside of your vagina, so it is not covering your urethra. 2 different holes, so you can pee with it still inside. You can pee, you can poop, you can do whatever, but when you want to empty the blood, then you take it out. Another question is, do you still wear pads with the cup? That's just a personal preference thing. When I wore tampons, I would wear pads with them because I didn't trust the tampon to handle whatever was going on with my body that day, or maybe I was just paranoid that I wouldn't get to the bathroom in time. When I started with the Lily Cup, I did put a pad down because I was just starting to get used to it, and there were some days where I didn't really get that seal, so we did have a little bit of spotting. Now I'm at the point where I don't need to put a pad down. I'm pretty comfortable maneuvering the cup and making sure that it's sealed and knowing that I'm not going to have to deal with leaks. So at this point, no, I don't use pads anymore, but I think for the first like 4 to 5 periods that I use the cup, I did put pads down. So honestly, it's just up to your comfort level. Another thing is that we had a lot of controversy in the comments about washing the cup. I did mention in my video verbally that I had been washing it with antibacterial soap, but after doing a little bit of reading, that wasn't necessarily the best way to go. So I boil my cups between cycles. So when I'm done with my period, before my next period, I boil it for about 7 minutes, I think, and that's just according to the website of how to care for the cup. Now, when I'm emptying my cup, if I'm in a public bathroom, as in like I'm in a stall and there's no sink that I can just kind of run to, wiping it off with toilet paper is okay, and you can just wipe it off, put it back in. Most toilet paper, even in public bathrooms, is sterile, so you're not gonna have too much of a problem with that. If I'm at home or I'm in a bathroom where I can access the sink, I will run over and just rinse it with hot water and then pat it dry with toilet paper and then put it back in. And then at night, usually when I'm putting it back in before going to bed, I'll wash it with gentle hand soap, not antibacterial hand soap, but just gentle hand soap. Just a little extra step for me. A lot of people say that's even unnecessary and you can still just rinse it off with hot water. That just makes me feel a little better, especially if I've been in a public bathroom that I wasn't able to rinse it in between changes. And basically the difference there is when you're using antibacterial hand soap, you might get a little bit of residue, and then that could be killing good bacteria that you have in your body. So that's the reason why I wanted to kind of edit that, and I did put an annotation in the video to explain that that's not necessarily the best way to go. Which one do you think you'd go for, or have you tried either of these? Leave your thoughts in the comments below along with any questions you may have. I'll also leave the links for both of these down below so you can check them out on the Lily Cup website. That's it for me. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy more lifestyle videos like this, give this video a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, become a member of the Slashed Squad. I make new videos every week, and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye!